Well, hello, I'm Johnny Rowland, your host of The Shooting Show, and today we're in Atlanta, Georgia for the 1999 SHOT Show, the Shooting Hunting Outdoor Trade Show. It's the 35th largest trade show held in the United States. And yes, we are in Atlanta, where the Mayor Campbell, has expressed his interest in filing a lawsuit against the gun companies, as in the tobacco-type lawsuits. And honestly, friends, it looks like Bob Barr, representative from Georgia, is going to, has introduced, or certainly helped introduce, some legislation on the state level where they're going to stop this foolishness, at least from Atlanta, because we have a tremendous number of great viewers here in Georgia, and we know how the people of Georgia feel. It's just the Atlanta complex. You have a mayor that's trying to get on the good side or stay on the good side of the liberal socialist politicians. And Channel 2 interviewed me a couple of days ago, and I called the mayor an idiot, because anyone who seeks to undermine or destroy the Constitution of the United States, I classify as a dangerous idiot, actually. And I think that's fair. And that's not just my opinion. Talk radio, including, I heard a black talk show radio host here a couple of days ago on local radio in Atlanta, and he agrees with us. And I tell you, it really, they were talking about how ridiculous it is. They said, well, you know, why don't they sue the city of Atlanta for the situation when an Atlanta garbage truck runs into a citizen's car? You can only get $1,000 max damages. And this commentator would say, hey, why not let's sue the mayor of Atlanta for damages of all kinds. Let's just think of something and sue him over. It's as ridiculous as suing the gun companies. Anyway, we're here today, and honestly, we've been here for a couple of days, and this is as confusing a complex of buildings as I've ever seen. Most of the people at the SHOT Show I've talked to are trying to stay out of the city of Atlanta so they won't spend their money here. It's only worth $50 million plus to a city for a SHOT Show to come here. And as I understand it, the National Shooting Sports Foundation, or the outfit that puts on the SHOT Show, is going to cancel future dates here in Atlanta because of the mayor's behavior. Also, I think they've canceled New Orleans. They're going back to Las Vegas. You know, you shouldn't spend money in a city that is going to be unfriendly to us as gun owners, us as free Americans who believe in the Second Amendment, and certainly to those manufacturers that are coming here and spending a lot of money. This complex is unbelievable. I mean, there are people who've been here for several days still looking for booths. It's the darndest thing I've ever seen. I don't know what condition whoever designed this complex was in, but they should have let him sober up or come down off his high or whatever first. And, anyway, nothing I can do about that. I will say this. The staff here in the complex at the World Congress Center, the people, the parking lot attendants, everyone has been as helpful and as nice as could be. You wouldn't know that the city of Atlanta is unfriendly to gun owners and gun manufacturers by talking to the locals, certainly that we've come in contact with here in this area. And of course, Georgia is one of our best concentrations of free Americans, people who believe in free America and us as gun owners and our rights thereof. So anyway, let's go inside and take a look around. We've had a great response. This is Thursday as I'm actually taping this. We've had a great response this week to our 460 Rowland cartridge. It's really set the woods on fire in the SHOT Show because it is so unique and different to what everybody else has, and we're very pleased about that. But there are a lot of interesting things here. We're going to take a look as much as time will allow. Glad to have you with us. Let's go inside the 1999 SHOT Show. Well, friends, we're here with our good friend Blackie Sleva at the SHOT Show. And hey, Blackie, did we have a good time at the YO or what?
We had a great time down there, Johnny. It's always a great event, as always. And the really great thing about it is the shooting show was there to get it on video, to get it on tape, to get it on TV. And hey, we got it on satellite, and we're nationally known now.
That's true. And
that's a fact. Thanks to you and the shooting show. A great event that we've put on the last couple of years is really getting some recognition now. A great time was had by all, and I talked to a lot of the sponsors here, Johnny, and all of the sponsors have told me that they got a real good response from the competitors and that they were really having a good time down there. and they showed their appreciation by all the letters that the sponsors got.
I'm glad to hear that, Blackie. And of course, really, we want to put in a plug here. We're in the #1 booth here in the SHOT Show this year.
Yes, indeed.
We have some very unique, in fact, we have some stuff we're going to be looking at the Clark Custom Guns booth. And tell you what, friends, we have had some action here, our new 460 cartridge. In fact, Blackie has ordered Dan Wesson #2, and you want your name down the doggone side of it too, don't you?
Well, I wanted my name on the side, just like Johnny Rowland has his. It got the
bigger letters than mine. That's, that's all right.
But we have the 460 Rowland on one side of the barrel, and I wanted Blackie sleeve on the other. Johnny Rowland, of course, got #1.
Well,
hopefully I'll get #2.
No, actually #1's going back to the factory, so you'll actually have the first probably production gun.
Hey,
that's
great.
okay. Couldn't wish it anyone else who would be nicer to have the great Dan Wesson gun. And yes, those guns are coming through us here at the shooting show with Clark Custom Guns. It's exciting. You like our new cartridge, don't you, Blackie?
Yes, I do. I think it's an exciting cartridge, and we're talking about some fantastic velocity, some good ballistics on a 185 grainer.
And next year, hopefully I'll have mine to shoot down there at the hunt. And see, I can load it fast with those full moon clips. I'm going to have a whole bandolier of full moon clips.
Well, you're welcome to use speed loaders, Johnny. Just drop them out, dump them on the ground, and continue on. Don't waste any time reloading.
We're not going to
use the speed loaders and go get them.
But you're not going to limit the press to. We get at least 100 shots at those things, don't we?
The people last year saw you shoot. Now, they know what kind of a shooter you are. They know that you can hold them and fold them. So you don't need that 100 bullets. All you need is one shot per target.
See, Blackie
and it's on the ground.
Blackie really does want this production gun from Westman. He really, yep. Well, anyway.
It's going to be an exciting caliber. It's going to be an exciting cartridge, and I'm tickled to death and thrilled that I'm going to get the first, one of the first production Dan Wessons. Dan Wesson's booth is here. I looked at the guns. Very good quality. A very good workmanship.
They really
the guns are tremendously improved.
Well, we're going to certainly look at the most important guns at the program as far as I'm concerned. But Blackie, briefly, you're setting up now. You're making plans for your hunt back at the YO next fall, right?
Yes, sir.
When's it going to be?
We've been making plans ever since the last one finished. The day after the shoot and the hunt finished up at the YO Ranch, we sat down with Louie, made plans for this year. This year, we're going to arrive on the 15th of September. We're going to hunt and shoot the 16th, 17th, and 18th. The 18th will be the award ceremony and the presentation of trophies, and of course we'll leave out of there on Sunday. But we're going to hunt 3 different animals this year. We're going to hunt Corsican sheep, we're going to hunt trophy black buck, and we're going to hunt trophy fallow. We're going to have 3 different price levels for 3 different pocketbooks. So whatever level that the people want to participate at. Of course, it includes the championship shoot, the Winchester Challenge, and all the amenities of the YO Ranch, which Louis Schreiner and the Schreiner family is very gracious, and they put on a great show down there.
They really did. And also, you know, I felt bad because we didn't get Rosetta on camera, but Rosetta is Blackie's wife, and she is a huge help in your event here, isn't she, Blackie?
Very simply put, Johnny, if it wasn't for Rosetta, we wouldn't be here. I could not do it. JD could not do it. The event would not happen. Behind the scenes, she does it all the letter writing and all the internal workings of the shoot and the hunt. Believe me, great, tremendous help, and I'm very proud of her.
Well, Blackie, I tell you what, it has been a really pretty darn good show. Some people didn't come to the SHOT Show this year, but most of them did, didn't they?
It's a tremendous turnout, Johnny. I think it's probably comparable to the SHOT Show in Las Vegas. There's as many people here as there was out there. It's a great show. It's a big show. One thing about the Georgia Congressional, is this a congressional? This is a state group? Yeah, it's.
They've tried to put a stop to this ridiculous thing, this goofy mayor of Atlanta. And Mayor Campbell, if you're listening, you have at least 50, 60,000 people that came into Atlanta to think you're an idiot, sir. You know, I'm not the only one saying that. So,
most everybody, I don't think I've talked to anybody here, Johnny, that has supported the mayor or Atlanta City.
No. And we can't. This is a touchy subject, Blackie, but you know what? I'm a non-prejudiced person. A lot of people think that, well, because you have a larger black community here in downtown Atlanta, let me tell you what, the black people here that we've come in contact with have been as nice and as courteous and as decent. Here at the show, they've been absolutely great.
There are a lot of black people that I talk to here at the show, Johnny, and they are just very gracious and very warm people, and they open up their arms to everybody here.
So Mayor Campbell is not an idiot because he's black. He's just an idiot, whatever color he would be. So anyway, back to the drawing board.
Right.
We're gonna do some taping and look at some different guns, and we're so glad that everyone can join us. And Blackie, we look forward to seeing more of you.
Well, I always enjoy being with you, Johnny, and always enjoy doing interviews with you. You're such a personable person, and it's so easy to talk with you. Thank you, buddy. Folks, we're here with Jimmy Clark Jr. from Clark Custom Guns today. And Jimmy's going to talk a little bit about his new exciting caliber, the 460 Rowland. Johnny, I believe, is the instrumental person in developing the 460, and of course, Jimmy Clark Jr. is the man that's building the drop-in conversion kits for the 1911. Jimmy, tell us a little bit about the 460 Rowland. I know it's an exciting new cartridge.
It is, and we've been real happy with the results and actually surprised by the results of what the cartridge will do. It, for the first time, it would allow you to hunt what I would consider deer-sized game with a 45 automatic or a 1911 style pistol and do an adequate job. Of course, some states have power factors that they have to meet, and I think this will do that.
When you're speaking about adequate job, what type of ballistics, what weight bullet, and what type of ballistics can we achieve out of the 1911 with this new cartridge?
Should be able to get 1550 with a 185 fairly easily.
Sounds real good.
In fact, sometimes a little higher.
Yeah, that sounds like it has plenty of punch for the job at hand. Of course, it would be good wild boar, stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, good. All right. How about show us a little bit about the drop-in conversion? How easy is it to do, Jimmy? What can we do to convert your gun?
This is a true drop-in conversion. All you have to do is take your existing 1911 and replace your barrel. The bushings on here. We do have a spring kit that comes with it, a heavier recoil spring, heavier firing pin spring, and a spring guide.
Do we have to have another magazine for your 1911?
The existing magazine works. Your existing loading dies work. It's just a hard package to beat.
There's nothing that we have to do other than the drop-in kit for the 460 Rowland.
The drop-in kit will go right in your gun and you're set to go.
Sounds like a winner to me. And I'll tell you what, another thing, I believe we're going to be chambering it in a revolver.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that true?
You bet you.
Okay.
Just happen to have. This is a Smith & Wesson 625 that has been rechambered for the 460 Rowland.
Fantastic.
Again, the performance, I wouldn't be afraid to hunt any North American game with it pretty much.
I think I'll be able to try it out. I'm going to have one built by Johnny and you, and of course I've got to get one. I've got to try one out. I'm all excited about this.
You bet.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jimmy. I appreciate your time and appreciate your effort, and appreciate Johnny Rowland and the Shooting Show for the effort they've done on the behalf of shooters and hunters all across America and all across our land.
Blackie, let me squeeze in here. Friends, this is the carbine. Olympic is making this for us. Olympic Arms, it has a 30-round magazine, goes on your AR-15. You can get that through Clark, certainly through us here at the program. And if you already have an AR-15, a Colt, or whatever other brand, just the two cross pins there, and it goes right on. They have the excellent Uzi magazines with conversion. And I tell you, I can hardly wait to get this one home.
Johnny, when is this going to be available?
Now.
It's available right now? What does a person have to do to get the conversion for the 1911 or for the rifle?
You know, Blackie, it almost sounds like we rehearsed this, but we hadn't.
You never.
Not a dog.
Believe me, folks, Johnny never rehearses anything.
Well, send the money, because the upper for the AR-15, hey, it doesn't. You don't have to have an FFL on our 460 kit for the 1911. No FFL required. We can mail this to your house.
Hey, this is a great opportunity for anybody that wants to conversion.
You don't have to get Bill Clinton's permission. You don't have to get Janet Reno's permission. You don't have to get anybody's permission, just your bank, I guess.
As far as I'm concerned, Johnny Rowland's permission is enough for me.
Works for me. Me and Blackie say you can have one, friend. Just send the doggone check.
Yes, indeed.
But it is here now, and of course the guns with frames, that's what you have to register and all. But for the kits and the upper for the AR-15, including magazine, in our new 460 caliber, hey, we can send it to your house. Slick, huh?
Thank you, Johnny.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Friends, here it is. This is the great Georgia Arms 45 DA Colt or double action Colt cartridge. This is the first major improvement on the Colt 45 since 1873. They have this in loaded cowboy ammunition. They're also selling brass, so you can load your own combinations. This cartridge case is absolutely a joy to work with. We're even seeing improved accuracy, we think due to the slightly larger rim on our 45 DA Colt case. You can get a free catalog, or you can order these from Georgia Arms, 1-800-624-6861 for their entire lineup, and please tell them you saw it here on our show. Now, friends, of course, the cowboy load is mild but super accurate. And of course, you can take your hand loads up to the limit of what the loading manuals will allow. The great 45 double-action Colt cartridge from Georgia Arms. Give them a call today, friends. A free phone call with a free catalog. And friends, remember that Georgia Arms also has the best lineup of rifle and handgun ammunition made in the United States. The most accurate, the most consistent, and the best priced. And yes, very shortly, within days now, certainly within a week or so, they're going to have our new 460 Rowland loaded cartridges in stock, and they'll be able to ship those immediately. So please give them a call, and please tell them you heard it here on our program. And here we have Elizabeth Saunders actually doing some gunsmithing work on one of her guns. Elizabeth, can you...
You better not be filming me doing this. Rowland, I'm going to shoot you. You better not put these glasses on me in that movie.
Elizabeth,
what?
You know, we are nationwide. What did you want to rephrase that last part?
I'm going to stop you from doing that.
This is a booth called Shorty. It's an unusual gun that we haven't seen before, made in Germany. And while we're arguing here on who's going to do the explanation, Show us what's different about your gun.
Repeating rifle. Aim. Pull the trigger.
So it is a grip, slide action grip. Well, it certainly looks neat. Interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. We're showing very nicely done. What calibers, what chambering?
We have a wide variety from 243 Winchester to 416 Remington.
243 Winchester to 416 Remington. My goodness. Looks like a very strong action. Who is this available through?
In the States, it will be available from the beginning of May on.
Who's going to have it?
Our agent here is the firm Intertex.
Intratec. Intertex, okay. Well, we certainly wish you a lot of luck. We appreciate you showing it to us. This is Knight's Manufacturing Company. They have some very fine AR-15 type guns. This is something new. This is a semi-automatic in 50 Browning, and is the most interesting looking piece. We're looking forward to testing that on the program at some point.
Well, it comes with an under.
How are you today, Johnny?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing fine, Bill. This is Bill Phelan from the Accurate Powder Company, and needless to say, we anticipate using a lot of Accurate number 7 in our new 460 cartridge, because that's what we're using. And Bill, we want to extend our thanks to for your assistance and your help in our pressure development. We're looking for a good year, aren't we, sir? They have a very fine loading manual, and of course, they have a number you can call if you have any questions regarding Accurate powders. These are some extremely nice people, and we're so appreciative of their assistance. Now here we are at the Safari and Olympic Arms booth, and of course talking with our friend Dave. Of course, Olympic makes a lot of different sorts of guns, but friends, let's show you this. Now Dave, what in the world, this is a handgun, isn't it?
This is a handgun. This is a post-band handgun.
And when you say post-band, why am I looking at all those holes drilled in the grip and the different parts on the gun?
Well, Johnny, the holes are drilled in the gun to get it below the federally mandated 50-ounce weight limit, as outlined in the crime law. And by drilling the holes in it, we've kept the weight below 50 down to 46 ounces.
No kidding. Now, what caliber is this in, Dave?
This is in 223 Remington. It's got a detachable magazine.
But is there any coincidence that it will use other AR-15 type magazines that might happen to be out there?
Yes, it'll accept any AR-15 magazine.
You just happen to have one handy type thing?
Correct.
Well, you know, we're always for politically incorrect guns, and I think that's great.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tom Spithaler with the Olympic Arms Company. And Tom, you folks have a great product variety, and we'll mention now that the Olympic Company is making the upper for our new 460 cartridge.
Right.
And we're very excited about this. You folks are too, aren't you, Tom?
Yes, I think it's a pretty good idea. I think it'll be a pretty hot seller for you.
Well, and the good news is it goes on someone else's AR-15, or
exactly.
Certainly you folks make complete guns too,
right.
But this is going to be something really to watch. Well, Tom, what other things? You have some interesting stuff. I know you make all kinds of products. Show us some of the stuff you have.
Well, we'll start with this rifle here. This is by far our most accurate rifle that we have available. It's been proven on several occasions for the last few years running as being the most accurate production AR-15. We start out with a broach cut barrel, which is something that no other company does, and the way we manufacture it is a patented progressive broach system. This one has a few options on it. It's got the heavy bull barrel. It is stainless steel, but it comes with a black finish. It can also be had in stainless steel finish. Got a set of Harris bipods on it, tactical grip from American Firearms. and a standard Picatinny upper receiver unit. This rifle right here as it is will shoot 1/4 inch or better.
My goodness.
Yards, no trouble at all.
Well, it sure looks great, and you folks do have a reputation for accuracy.
Have you seen the OA98?
Yes, we did that a moment ago.
This is one of the most popular things that we offer. It's a pistol caliber conversion upper receiver unit that'll fit on any standard AR-15 lower receiver. This particular unit is in 9mm. We also offer them in 40 Smith & Wesson, 45 ACP, and 10mm. But what's unique about this conversion is, like we were talking about earlier, it'll work on any standard mil-spec lower receiver, 223 lower receiver. All the conversion unit that's necessary to fire the pistol caliber upper is built into the upper receiver. So you can convert from 223 to 9mm and back just as fast as it takes you to take off this upper receiver and change the magazine. So that's a very unique unit.
And you do have some magazines available, am I correct?
Yes. On the post-band versions, you'll get a 10-round magazine with it. If you order it for a pre-band rifle, it will come with a 32-round magazine. It uses a converted Sten gun magazine. They're readily available, and if the customer wants to provide his own magazines for conversion, we can do that too.
Now, Tom, I didn't know you folks were into bolt action. What is this gun here?
This particular rifle is built on an action that we manufacture. It's called an Ultra Mag. It's based on an original design by Bosca out of Montana. We're investment casting the receiver. It is a Mauser-style action, so it has controlled round feed, 3-position Winchester safety, positive claw extract. It is a very, very large Mauser-style action, and it will accept everything up to a 505 Gibbs in caliber. So it's designed basically for the safari type of cartridges. We built one up in a 300 Winchester Magnum one time, too small. Wouldn't work right. So this particular rifle is built in a 338, 378. It belongs to the company's vice president, Brian Schutz. He took it on an elk hunt this year and bagged one, no trouble at all. We manufacture either just the action or go complete rifles for you. This particular stock, I believe, is manufactured by Macmillan, but they're also available from MPI out of Portland, Oregon. 26-inch fluted stainless steel barrel, our manufacturer. So we can do everything from just a bare action, which is going to retail in the $550 range, which is amazingly about $1,000
Much less expensive,
than what you expect
absolutely.
to pay, yeah.
Well, Tom, we appreciate you taking time to visit with us. I think that this pretty well spells it out, how folks can get in touch with you, area 360-459-7940. And we wish you a lot of good luck, and we really appreciate you folks' assistance on our new 460 upper for the AR-15. And hey, let's do some business. What do you say?
We'll do it. Thanks, Johnny.
This is Marty Liggins, who a lot of you know. Marty has been in the shooting industry for many years and is always up to some good cause, and he's holding one of our 460 Rowland cartridges. And Marty, what was that you said?
If you're Barney Fife, that's all you need.
Because one bullet will do the work of a whole bunch of them in anybody else's gun. Save our bullet there, Marty. Thank you very much. And it looks like Marlin Firearms is doing well. I've always liked their guns. They've always maintained a good quality level, as far as I know anyway. It's certainly a reasonable price. They have a black powder gun, an inline muzzle loader as we speak here. And we wish them a lot of luck. Here's the new Marlin 444. This is a short gun. Notice that port we looked at a moment ago on the end of the muzzle. A great idea, a super powerful but super compact lever action gun, along with some of the other well-known Marlin lever guns that we're familiar with. And we have here, what is this? In fact, a Slugmaster shotgun with a muzzle brake. Looks like an interesting gun. And of course their Olympic type target model here. This is the Blazer straight pull
receiver, stock, all the same.
rifle.
You get any caliber you want for it. Just buy another barrel. The barrel's about $600. In other words, you can shoot the same rifle no matter what game you shoot.
This is the straight pull action. Yep. Am I correct on straight pull action?
Yeah. It's I believe it's five lucky lugs or 3 lucky lugs.
It's now.
Locks up
Every time you
360.
close the bolt, you head space that individual cartridge. So your head spacing, no other rifle does that, but the call it makes it possible. It's a interchangeable barrels, 2250, 250 up to 416, with just two different bolt heads to handle everything.
And the barrels are about how many dollars?
Retails about $5 at the barrel. Barrels are all made from German S60 machine gun steel. Then they're treated with a gas coating. These barrels are actually impervious to salt water, any type of corrosion you want. And quite frankly, it's harder. No, it's
I can't stand that.
I can sharpen the knife. This is hard enough that I can sharpen the knife. It's a $5,000 rifle.
Wait, this is not a joke. He was scraping a knife blade along the barrel.
Very unique rifle.
The one tough finish.
It's on firing position right now. Straight pull rifle.
What pound trigger?
About 3.5 or 4. Yeah. And
What's retail? What's retail on these guns?
They start at $14.95, and a synthetic one that's over there, $17.95, and then depending on how deluxe and fancy you get it.
But you can buy extra barrels for the same.
Extra barrels are totally interchangeable.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station. And we want to mention the good folks at Clark Custom Guns in Princeton, Louisiana, one of the most complete gun shops in the entire United States. They do all sorts of things like this specialty meltdown on this new STI gun. Also, they have an excellent staff of people to help you with guns such as these Benelli Super Black Eagles, taking 3.5-inch magnums, a complete line of handguns, semi-automatics, revolvers, all sorts of neat things in the shop there. And of course, here's Mr. Jim Clark himself out helping a customer, some of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet. They have a complete line of loading supplies, loading tools, gunpowder, you name it, primers, all sorts of accessories for your guns, whatever you might need, certainly within reason. Here's Kay Clark Michalik when she's not winning championships, back working there in the office. And here's her husband, Jerry Michalik, the fastest revolver shooter in the world, when he's not winning championships at work. Here's Jim Clark Jr. back on the lathe, the same drill, when he's not winning championships, working right there in the shop. That's why you can get such complete quality of product and expertise here at Clark Custom Guns. Friends, give them a call today, area 318-949-9884. They have a great catalog. We appreciate them supporting our project.
The 460 Rowland kit is now in stock. We have them ready to go. The price for the barrel, the spring kit, and the spring guide is $275.
Booth, and you folks know what I think about that. And here's the British Pavilion, and I asked one of their folks earlier, can they still shoot guns? They said, yeah, they still got some. No handguns anymore. In fact, the British are going, a number of the British handgun shooters are joining shooting clubs in Switzerland and storing their guns in Switzerland. Winchesters come with a Super X2. This is supposed to be a very fine new shotgun for Winchester. Maybe we can get one for testing on the program. We'll be curious to see how it works. One in camo. All right. Now, can we repeat that? Friends, we're at the Kimber booth, and these are some of their somewhat tired but fine, energetic staff here. Now, what was that laugh from Mark there, Scott?
I said, Johnny, one of these days I'm going to have to see your show.
Well, I should certainly hope so.
Well, me too.
And of course, we have some superior, might I add, superior guns here on display. You know what my opinion is.
And thank goodness we have a superior artist as you who's pushing our product.
You know, that was good. That was good. That was unprompted. Friends, this is Lou Ferrigno. Remember the Incredible Hulk? I tell you what, he's a big old boy walking around the SHOT Show here. Now, friends, let us reintroduce. This is Richard Benkoski. He manages the custom shop. He's also the man you talk to. Of course, he's like the Maytag man. You just don't have problems with Kimbers, do we, Richard? We don't have many. You don't get many complaints, do you?
I get nothing back at all. But in the event that we do, we take care of them really quick.
Absolutely.
We have today a couple new additions in our product line. This is our new Ultra Carry. It has a 3-inch barrel. Okay. And unlike some of the other little guns, it feeds very reliably and ejects reliably. And this is based on our own design barrel, which as you can see is a little short, tiny shorty. 7 in the mag, 1 in the chamber, 8 rounds of 45, and it will be available in 40 calibers.
No kidding. Does that have a steel or an alloy frame, Richard?
We have them both ways.
No kidding. How about that?
We have them in silver, and we have them also in blue.
Well, sir, that is excellent. What else do you have that's different to show us today?
We have another gun that is the polymer high-capacity 14-round mag. Comes with a gun with the compact top end, which is a 3-inch barrel. And this gun is available now, and it has, again, one of our own special Kimber.
Of course, that's one of the keys to those guns being so accurate. You know, friends, every one of them we've had come through the show has shot under 2-inch groups at 25 yards. And you've got some of these 14-round magazines in stock that you can...
We have absolutely plenty of them.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
The key to both the accuracy of these guns is that there's no bushing in the gun. It's a bull barrel setup.
Right. That's a competition trick that's made it over to the production line. Great. Well, Richard, have you had a good show, sir?
This has been a great show for us, and hope to see you. If you need some accessories to your 1911, give me a call. Bye now. I'll say hello to Jeannie and Jennifer. Bye.
You'll recognize our friend Erling Mandrell. She has a new line of clothing. And of course, we're here in their booth, and they're conducting business while we're talking about it. But they have a whole line of things we'll look at in a moment.
And I've got a blouse over here. It's made in a nice sheer cotton netting, comfortable, easy, feminine.
And you folks actually designed these clothes. These are your own designs.
We are the designers. This is a Western shirt. Got a nice full shoulder. We can shoot. We can do anything they need to in this.
Great.
Got the Realtree accent cuff, the yoke in the back. We've got the jeans that coordinate with the hardwoods down the back, pocket accents.
Well, you know what? If this will help more women get involved, that's why we're going to show this on our television program.
Good.
Because we have got to get more women involved in what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll recognize the lovely and talented Erling Mandrell. And Erling, it's awfully nice to see you. I know a lot of our people are glad to see you here at the SHOT Show.
Oh, I love the SHOT Show. it's, of course, everyone's been looking at all the things that there is. I'm really proud to have my new line. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's some wonderful pieces.
Well, we certainly wish you a lot of luck with it. Anything you want to tell us in particular about it?
Well, there's so many options with it. I mean, there's sporting, but very, very dressy. I even have, that's downstairs, a new product, a total full-length dress that has the net with it that you can wear for a formal affair. And I have on a vest right now. This one goes either direction. You can turn it and have more realty if you want, because of course everybody knows I love realty. It's on my race car too, you know. But no, I just hope everyone gets a chance if they see them in the store to buy one and tell them what they think of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Rob gets his gun put together on our new cartridge, that's all right. When he gets the gun put together on our new cartridge, we'd like a picture of you shooting it actually there, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. I'd love it.
Well, we appreciate that, certainly. You folks have a safe trip home. Awfully nice to see you.
Hey, thanks. Good to see everybody again.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Les Bayer speaking with J.D. Jones, and we kind of slipped up on him here. J.D., I think that's the first time I ever slipped up on you, sir. But you were busy.
I can't believe it.
Now, Les, are you going to chamber these in one of your guns now?
There's usually somebody watching my back.
That's right, but, you know, it happens.
No, we're not going to chamber anything of these in our 1911s, no.
Well, you know, Les Bayer makes a superior
I have about
1911.
4-year guns now, right?
At least.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good reference. When Les Bayer says he owns one of J.D.'s guns, that's great. What are you going to show us here?
Okay, this is our new monolith 1911 45. And we made this special long dust cover, and what we did was mount a light on the bottom of this for like a tactical version. Has a real long, thick dust cover, as you can see on the bottom, and it matches the front of the slide. Goes all the way front.
Well, certainly your guns have such a great reputation for quality.
Well, thank you.
Well deserved. How can someone get one of your catalogs, Les?
Just, you know, call back to the shop and give us your name and address, and we'll send you one out.
So it's Les Bayer Custom, and where you're located in?
In Hillsdale, Illinois.
Right. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station. Now, friends, that's all we have of the SHOT Show this week. We hope to show you more next week. I'll remind you, we'll be on G6-9 if we can get on again next week. We certainly intend to. We have a lot of other interesting things to cover, but we also had some requests to run part of the demo tape on our new 460 Rowland cartridge that some of our audience missed last week due to Super Bowl weekend. And we had such a great response to it at the SHOT Show this past week. We're going to show you part of it again now. This is one of our new 460 Rowland guns built on this great Kimber 1911 semi-automatic. And we have a new cartridge we're going to tell you about. You know, a lot of us like the 1911 style guns. They're compact, they're very rugged and just excellent devices, but a lot of us in the past have wished we had more power from a 1911, from the great 45. In fact, wouldn't it be nice if we had the power level of a 44 Magnum revolver in the slim and relatively lightweight package of this great 1911? Wouldn't that be nice? Well, guess what, friends? We have done it. We have a new cartridge. It's called the 460 Rowland, and I developed this cartridge in association with Clark Custom Guns of Princeton, Louisiana. And I tell you what, nobody knows more about 1911s
than Jim Clark, and certainly his great family, Jim Jr., K. Clark Michalik, and of course Jerry Michalik. And we also had some help from a number of trusted advisors from around the country. Our friends at Georgia Arms, Accurate Arms Powders, Sierra Bullets, Starline Brass. A lot of people helped. Richard Benkoski with the Kimber Custom Shop. And we appreciate everyone who helped. We even had a little backdoor factory help from some folks that would rather go unnamed, from a couple of the major gun companies, but we appreciate everyone that helped. But yes, in fact, here we have it. And better than that, let me show you, just give you an indication of what our 460 Rowland will do. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take a 45 ACP, which has been a great cartridge for all these years. A lot of people think it's one of the very best defensive cartridges. So let's see our 230 grain 45 ACP on the water bottle here on your left. Let's take a look at it. Okay, well, that's certainly as good as a 45 ACP is going to do. Now let's take our 460, get my hearing protection in a little better. We always shoot with eye protection and ear protection. And let's observe the same style target here over on our right. A little different, wouldn't you say? We have two more. So obviously we have a much greater power level than with the 45 ACP. But we're not through yet. Let's do a little bowling with our 460 Rowland. Wouldn't you call that a strike? Now friends, to show you the difference in our 460 Rowland and the 45 ACP, you'll notice that the two loaded rounds are almost of the same. In fact, they are the same length overall, but you'll notice our 460 Rowland here on your right has a longer case, and this is to prevent it from chambering in an unmodified 45 ACP. Our bullet diameter is the same as the 45, uses the same components, same loading dies, same loading machines,